Good evening and welcome to Rslpf News at 5 for Wednesday, November 12, 2025. I'm WSPC Zaid Romulus. We begin with an update on a report we shared in our last broadcast. About 5 a.m. on Monday, November 10, 2025, officers from the Criminal Investigations Department executed a search warrant at a residence in Lakai, Denry. During that operation, they recovered a .40 caliber pistol along with a magazine containing 7 rounds of ammunition. The occupant of the house, identified as 31-year-old Alvinus Louis, was arrested. He has now been charged with possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. He appeared before the First District Court on Wednesday, November 12, 2025, where he was granted bail in the sum of $25,000 cash or suitable surety. Over 800 contraband items were confiscated during an intensive search operation conducted today, Wednesday, November 12, at the Borderley Correctional Facility. The operation was carried out in collaboration with the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and other partner agencies. This forms part of ongoing efforts to uphold the safety and security of both staff and inmates at the facility. Some of the items seized included 87 cell phones, 222 portions of cannabis resin, 25 speakers, 12 fans, 196 lighters, 30 scissors, 50 knives, and 50 razor blades.
I'd like to take this opportunity to caution the general public, those visiting and those attempting to introduce contraband items into the facility. This is an offense and this will not be tolerated or treated in any light manner.
This marks the second major search exercise conducted at the facility for the year. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force participated in an emergency simulation exercise held at the George F. Charles Airport on Tuesday, November 11, 2025. The simulation scenario involved the crash of an aircraft carrying 26 passengers and 4 crew members, followed by a comprehensive assessment of the emergency response by the various agencies involved. The exercise, coordinated by the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, tested the coordination and effectiveness of responders in containing the resulting fire, provided medical treatment to the injured, and managing interagency communication among medical, fire, and law enforcement teams. The exercise, a mandatory requirement of both the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority and the International Civil Aviation Organization, is conducted annually to evaluate the preparedness, coordination, and response times of agencies responsible for airport and national emergency management. The goal of the simulation was to create a realistic training environment that allows participating agencies to review and strengthen existing protocols for responding to a major aircraft disaster impacting the George F. Charles Airport. Participating units of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force included the Department of Road Safety and Traffic Investigations, the Special Services Unit, the Central Police Station, and the Mobile Patrol Unit. Other participating agencies included the National Emergency Management Organization, the St. Lucia Fire Service, and the Owen King EU Hospital. Inspector in charge of the Mico Police Station, Zachary Hippolyte, recently represented St. Lucia at the 5th Annual Meeting of States on the Caribbean Firearms Roadmap held on November 11th and 12th, 2025 in Trinidad and Tobago. The meeting was organized by the United Nations Regional Center for Peace, Disarmament, and Development in Latin America and the Caribbean, UNLIREC, and the Caribbean Community Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, CARICOM Impacts, in collaboration with the Government of Trinidad and Tobago. The Caribbean Firearms Roadmap, adopted in 2020 by CARICOM member states and the Dominican Republic, serves as a regional framework to combat the illicit trafficking of firearms and enhance security across the Caribbean. It outlines concrete actions for participating countries, each developing national action plans tailored to their specific priorities and challenges. Inspector Hippolyte participated in the meeting in his capacity as St. Lucia's national focal point for the Caribbean Firearms Roadmap. He contributed to the midterm review and presented St. Lucia's 2025 national report, highlighting the country's progress in implementing its national action plan. During the meeting, member states also reviewed key performance indicators and previous recommendations, sharing best practices, and identifying strategies to further strengthen regional cooperation and effectiveness in the fight against firearms trafficking and related offenses. On Thursday, November 13th and Friday, November 14th, members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force will join counterparts from member states of the Regional Security System, the RSS, and French territories in the Eastern Caribbean for high-level discussions on Eastern Caribbean gangs and their involvement in international drug trafficking. The two-day event, led by the French Embassy, will take place at the Harbour Club Hotel. The meeting aims to strengthen regional collaboration, enhance intelligence sharing, and develop coordinated strategies to combat transnational organized crime and drug trafficking networks operating within the Eastern Caribbean. And now for a few safety tips from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
Slow down. More vehicles and pedestrians are on the road this season. Do not drive distracted. Texting and scrolling takes lives. Always wear a seatbelt and ensure children are properly secured. If you drink, arrange a designated driver or use public transportation. Motorcyclists wear helmets every single ride.
And that's Rslpf News at 5 for Wednesday, November 12, 2025. For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Until next time, stay safe, St. Lucia.